What's up guys, LeftBurst here, and today we are making the worst full combo yet. Today we're making the full plastic combo, and I don't know why, but you guys keep asking me to make the full plastic combo in the comment section below, and here I am making it because I listened to my comments. So don't ever comment something like Noah never listens, because I always listen. I just choose to ignore most of them. But for this one, I decided to listen because we're making the full plastic combo today. Now usually you want like a little bit of weight on your Beyblade, because if you don't have any metal or weight, your Beyblade just gonna go flying everywhere. But in this case, I guess because we're making the full plastic combo, it's not gonna have any weight at all, but maybe it'll be amazing. I don't know. Some Beyblade combos are like surprisingly good, even though they seem really bad. Yeah, let's just get started. You guys know how this full combo series works. We find a layer with the premise, we find a disc with the premise, and we find a driver with the premise. In this case, the premise is plastic, of course. Now let's start off with the layer. The way I found the GT layer with the most plastic is I took all the layer bases, all the GT layer bases that don't have any special gimmicks such as metal or rubber, and I weighed them to see which one was the heaviest, and whichever one was the heaviest is probably the one that had the most plastic. So yeah, the heaviest GT layer base without any gimmicks, so we can't use any Beyblades such as like, we can't use Imperial Dragon, we can't use Lord Spurgin, we can't use Master Diabolos, basically all the cool ones we can't use, but all the lame ones, those are fair game. Okay, yeah, so the heaviest GT layer base without any rubber or without any metal is of course going to be, actually this is kind of surprising, I did not expect this one to be the heaviest GT layer base, but here we have it. Heaven is the heaviest GT layer base, which I guess that makes sense because if you look at the side, it's a very chunky layer base, it's very big, but I was just kind of surprised because I thought layer bases such as Dread that came on Dread Bahamut and Union that came on Union Achilles, those guys seem a lot heavier than Heaven, but Heaven is actually the heaviest, which is surprising, but I like it because I like the Heaven layer base. It's very pretty, it has a very nice color scheme, and it has a very cool gimmick. The locking gimmick or the click regain gimmick is really cool and a really awesome layer overall, so I'm happy to use this for the full plastic combo. Anyway, moving on to the next part, we have the GT chip. We are not going to be using a weight on this combo, obviously, because all weights are either made out of rubber, as in the Gen weight, or they're made out of metal, as in most other weights. You know, what if they made a plastic weight? That's totally useless. Weights are supposed to be like, it's in the name, they're supposed to weigh the Beyblade down, and plastic doesn't weigh much, so it kind of defeats the purpose. Anyway, so yeah, we're not using a weight, but we are going to be using a chip on this Beyblade. Now, what type of chip doesn't really matter because all the chips kind of have the same amount of plastic. So in this case, I decide to use the Spriggan chip just because it has good teeth compared to the Heaven Pegasus chip. The Heaven Pegasus chip has horrible teeth. The Spriggan chip has godly teeth. So we're gonna use the Spriggan chip just because of the teeth, not because it has, oh, I dropped it. Not because it has a large amount of plastic on it compared to other Beyblades. All chips have basically the same amount of plastic. Alright, let's move on to the disc. For the disc, we are going to be using the Paradox disc that released on Naked Spriggan, which, may I say, is a horrible name. Who decides to name a Beyblade Naked? Like, oh my god, who at Takerotomi thought Naked was a good idea? It's a horrible idea. It's a horrible name. Anyway, so I'm getting off track, but yeah, we're going to be using the Paradox disc that released on Naked Spriggan. Now, this disc is extremely creative. It's one of the most creative discs in all of the Burst system. Basically, what it is it has a mode changing gimmick where you can take out the middle part and swap the metal frame around it. But in this case, we're not going to be using the metal frame. We're just going to be using the middle part because the middle part is surprisingly just made out of plastic. It is purely plastic. It is extremely small and it is extremely light, but we're going to be using it on the full plastic combo just because it's the only disc that doesn't have any metal on it. Not surprisingly, because discs are supposed to give the Beyblade weight, and if you don't give the Beyblade weight, then you're not doing your job as a disc. So yeah, we're gonna be using this horrible excuse for a disc on the full plastic combo, but it also matches the Heaven Pegasus color scheme. Like, oh my god, that is beautiful. Look at that. That's amazing. Okay, now moving on to the driver. For the driver, how I chose the driver, I didn't do the same thing that I did with the layer. I didn't take like every single plastic driver and weigh them to see which one was the heaviest, because that would have taken way too much time, because there's a billion plastic drivers out there. Like layer bases, there's like a couple, there's like 10, I can do that, but drivers, I feel like there's over like 100 drivers they've released without rubber or metal, and I just do not have the time to weigh them. So in this case, I just decided to choose choose the plastic driver that I like the most, or the most competitive driver in my opinion, and that driver is going to be the atomic driver. We're using the atomic driver on this full plastic combo just because it doesn't have any metal. It has a free spinning ball, but of course the free spinning ball is made out of plastic, and then it has a free spinning ring, but again, yeah, this free spinning ring is made out of plastic. So yeah, here is our full plastic combo. It is going to be, if I can put together, give me a second, Heaven Spriggan Paradox and a half, I guess, because it's not really Paradox, it's like half of Paradox Atomic. So yeah, this combo, it actually looks really pretty. I like it. The design looks amazing, but is this thing gonna be good? Definitely not. This thing's probably gonna suck in the stadium. It's probably not gonna be able to defeat any GT Beyblades, let alone Chozy Beyblades. Is it even gonna be able to defeat like a God Beyblade? I don't even know. Anyway, but yeah, let's go to the stadium. Let's test this horrible excuse for a combo. Although it's very pretty, it's a very pretty combo. I just want to say that I really like the color scheme and everything, but it's horrible. So yeah, let's test it out in the stadium. Okay, let's test out the full plastic combo. First off, I'm gonna test it out against the newest GT Beyblade that has ever been released, just to see this thing get destroyed. It is going to be Big Bang Genesis. Now, this thing, it's bad enough that it has the Heaven Pegasus layer, because if you guys know, the Heaven Pegasus layer, or Heaven Pegasus in general, is a horrible Beyblade that we usually use to test out combos, just to show the combo beating something else, because Heaven Pegasus always loses. But in this case, our combo is Heaven Pegasus, which is really sad. But it does have Atomic, so maybe Atomic will do something, I don't know. Go shoot. There's the full plastic combo. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I dropped it. Maybe I should just hand spin the other guy and see if Big Bang Genesis can beat the full plastic combo while I hand spin it. Shoot. There's the full plastic combo. Big Bang Genesis. Can Big Bang Genesis beat the full plastic combo with the hand spin? Probably not, but it would be really surprising if it did. Oh my god. That was a really big hit there, and the full plastic combo actually almost lost. It's almost out of spin, but yeah, we're gonna launch Big Bang Genesis this time. Go shoot. Big Bang. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Full plastic combo. Oh my goodness, like I said before, it has no weight, so it's just bouncing around the stadium like crazy. And it got kicked out by the smallest hit. Again, no weight at all. It's not gonna stay in the stadium. Let's put it up against, what's the weakest GT Beyblade we have? Bushin Ashura. Okay, yeah, Bushin Ashura. This is probably the worst GT Beyblade that was ever made, maybe besides Heaven Pegasus. It's just horrible. The teeth are horrible. The design is horrible. It has a horrible shape. The disc isn't even that heavy, and the driver is really bad. It has horrible stamina. So yeah, I mean, if it can beat Bushin Ashura, then it's a decent GT Beyblade, I guess. But if it loses to Bushin Ashura, then it's worse than most GT Beyblades, if not all GT Beyblades. Go shoot. Bushin Ashura. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And there's the full plastic. Oh my goodness, it jumped out of the stadium. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Bushin Ashura. 3, 2, 1. They're both equally bad. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Okay, finally, they're both in the stadium. My god, both the Beyblades are horrible. They suck. They both jump out of the stadium. Anyway, let's see who's gonna win this one. The worst GT Beyblade in all existence, or the worst combo in all existence. Alright, and the winner is going to be... Holy moly. Bushin Ashura literally barely beat the full plastic combo that has no metal on it whatsoever. So that just shows how bad Bushin Ashura is. Bushin Ashura is horrible. The plastic combo did a lot better than I thought. It almost beat Bushin Ashura. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let's move on to some Chozy Beyblades now, since it can't beat any GT Beyblades. Actually, no, let's not move on to Chozy Beyblades. I want to see how it'll do against Wizard Fafnir, because Wizard Fafnir is notorious for being a really bad burst Beyblade as well. It's the same as Bushin Ashura. They're both horrible GT Beyblades. So yeah, let's see how Wizard Fafnir does against the full plastic combo. This will be interesting. Go shoot. Wizard Fafnir. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. And full plastic combo. There we go. whenever the full plastic combo goes in for a hit, it's like a fly is touching the Beyblade. It's doing nothing. The Beyblade is like unaffected by any attacks from the full plastic combo, because the full plastic combo can't do an attack to save its life. It wastes nothing. It's horrible. And anyway, the winner of this battle is going to be I think Drain Fafnir won that one. I keep calling it Drain Fafnir. This guy's Wizard Fafnir. Wizard Fafnir was able to defeat the full plastic combo. So there you go. The full plastic combo is worse than Wizard Fafnir. It's worse than Boost Nashura. It's worse than basically all the GT Beyblades. But I'm not gonna act surprised because I wasn't expecting it to beat a GT Beyblade. Like, just look at this thing. It's look at the disc. This is so sad. This is so sad, guys. Anyway, let's move on to some Chozy Beyblades. Let's see if it can beat some Chozy Beyblades. The first Chozy Beyblade we're going to be testing it against is Hazard Kirbyus. I think this is probably the worst Chozy Beyblade that was ever released. I can't think of a Chozy Beyblade that was worse than Hazard Kirbyus, so yeah, let's see if it can beat the worst Chozy Beyblade. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Alright, both Beyblades are in the... Okay, and Hazard Kirbyus destroys the full plastic combo. Let's do one more battle against them, because that one was kind of short. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Alright, both Beyblades are in the stadium. Hazard Kirbyus... Oh my goodness, solid attacks from Hazard Kirbyus. You know, at least Hazard Kirbyus is kind of heavy. Like, you see... Oh, I dropped it. You see all that metal on the layer? It does have a lot of metal on the layer, so it can do some solid attacks, which is fairly better than the plastic combo, which can't do any attacks at all. Anyway, first off, which god layer should we use? Let's use a decently good god layer, and then move on to a worse god layer if it loses. Let's test it out against Galaxy Zeus. I love this god layer. This god layer is so awesome. Look at this. Look at the design. It's so chunky. It's so big. Scratch that. Now, compared to all these GT Beyblades, like, look how big this GT Beyblade is. This Beyblade is huge. But back in the day, Zeus used to be like the biggest Beyblade out there. This guy was huge. It was like a tank, but now it's like a feather compared to these GT Beyblades. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Zeus. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Plastic combo. Oh my goodness, the plastic combo lost to Zeus. Okay, we're moving on to a bad god layer now. The worst god layer. What is the worst god layer? I don't even know, but I'm pretty sure Blast Genius is one of the worst god layers. So let's test out the full plastic combo against Blast Genius. And again, my Blast Genius is burnt because I decided to light it on fire one day. Don't ask why. Go shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was kind of a snipe, but it did manage to burst Blast Genius, which is very surprising. I was not expecting the full plastic combo to get even a burst this video, so that's kind of cool. But we're gonna do that one more time. Go shoot. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Alright, both Beyblades in the stadium. Oh my goodness, solid hits from the plastic combo. I guess at this point, when you're versing god layers, they're around the same weight, even though the plastic combo doesn't have any metal and the god layers do. I guess the god layers are just so small that the weight equals out. Anyway, the winner of this battle is going to be... Oh, the full plastic combo won. Oh my goodness, the full plastic combo is beating horrible god layers. What a cool achievement. Not really, you're supposed to be a flippin' GT layer. You're supposed to destroy these god layers. Anyway, I guess it's some god layers. We don't really need to test it out against the dual layers. Whatever, we're gonna test it out against some dual layers. Here I have Zillion Zeus. I'm using Zillion Zeus because we used Galaxy Zeus for the god layers, so for the single layers I kind of want to use a Zeus as well. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. There is Zillion Zeus, 3, 2, 1, shoot. And there's the full plastic combo. Look how much bigger the full plastic combo is. The full plastic combo is huge. Zeus is so small. It's such a baby. Look at it. Alright, anyway, the winner of this battle is going to be... It actually looks like Zeus is gonna win. Is Zeus actually gonna win? Zeus actually won! Holy moly! Okay, well, it looks like maybe Blast Genius is just that bad. Maybe Blast Genius loses to Zeus. Because through transitive property, I guess Blast Genius loses to Zeus. Because it lost to the full plastic combo, and the full plastic combo lost to Zeus. Anyway, I think I'm going to end off the video there. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And go to the comment section and leave some video suggestions, some more full combo videos, because I'm kind of running out of ideas. Maybe like the full unbalance combo or something, or the full mode change combo. I don't know. Okay, yeah, see you guys later. Bye.